I'm Phil Longnecker,
And I'm Zach Zimmerman.
and our project is called Heads Up. So our project came from an idea from a community member, Kane, who is blind, and he told us that blind people typically have trouble locating things around their head or above their waist. So what we came up with is a hat that uses echolocation, and it sends out ultrasonic pulses, and it converts that into information using vibrational and tactile awareness on the inside of the brim of the hat. So what happens is that when an object comes closer to the head, the vibrational intensity increases.
Okay, and then getting a little bit more technical here, we have 5 ultrasonic rangefinders that send out 20 microsecond pulses, and those bounce off objects and return to the rangefinder to get a distance. Once that distance is gotten, it is then converted to a delay time in the Arduino here, which is processing all the information. And that delay time is then relayed to our motors. And what we do to begin with the vibrating motors is that we have one motor corresponding to each rangefinder. And the longer the delay time is, the higher the intensity of the motor is, because the default for the motor is that it's always on. Okay, so now we have a couple programs that just demonstrate a little bit of how these rangefinders work, and then how they create a delay time, which creates the motor intensity. So the first program here is called distances, and what it does is just show that all the rangefinders are working and displaying distances. So I'm going to focus on this number right here, and as you can see my hand coming in towards the rangefinder, the distance decreases, and we have it set for a range in centimeters. And as I go back out again, the number again increases as my hand gets further away. So this just shows that all the rangefinders are working and giving us a good range. The next program then deals with delay times, and so what we did here is we took that range that the rangefinder was giving us and converted it through a power function to a delay time, which tells the motor how long to stay on. The larger the delay time you see here as my hand is closer to the screen shows that the motor will be firing more intensely this time. And then as I back my hand away, you can see that the delay time decreases, and this means that the vibrating motor will be less intense. And if I bring my hand back in again, you can see the intensity, or the delay time, increase, which corresponds with intensity. Now I'm going to show you the actual program called Heads Up, and this one you should be able to kind of hear the vibration happen. So it's not quite like wearing it, but it gives people an idea of what it's like. So you can maybe hear a little bit of the whirring of the motors right now, but I'll show here as my hand comes in, you can hear that motor is vibrating much more intensely and loudly. And so that would kind of be like what it's like if an object is really close, and as I back my hand away, the vibration becomes less intense and you can't hear it as much. And so that just shows like kind of what it would be like if an object was approaching the helmet and then getting further away. Yeah.
So you can imagine there would be instances where a blind person would be able to find his or her way around using a cane very well, but there are times where things might be above your waist where there's no way for a blind person to know of their existence. So things like ducks or hanging pictures. I know there are instances of shelving and coat racks, especially in our hallways here in the hallway. I know that there were side panels that were installed so that someone could use a cane to locate them, because they are at head height and otherwise they wouldn't have been located with a cane. So they are, feasibly you could condense this down into a more aesthetically pleasing device, but it is a working prototype that demonstrates how it could be potentially useful to know where things are around your shoulders and head.
And swivel your head a little bit left and right, it'll help you pick up objects. And when it picks up an object, yeah. Yep.
Maybe SC something.
Swivel.
Wait, where's SC? Oh, wait.
There you go.
How
Good
does
job.
it have that short?
Good job.
Yep.
You're doing good?
Yeah. Yeah. You're at the wall.
You touch the wall, now just turn around. Good job.